Hey everyone, this is Corine Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, with my scruffy hair. Brought to you by me. I'm thrown off with my intro. Talking to you from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, on Between the Lines. And you know how we normally start our show, always with gratitude, always with thankfulness. And I am so thankful to be above ground, to still be here, to witness a new day, new blessings, new mercies, and to be able to bring you my show once again with a wonderful guest. I always have good looking guests on my show, always.
Thank you. You're also my favorite radio host.
Thank you. Thank you. So I have Mike Peters here, and we're doing something a little bit different. I am so looking forward to what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to be giving him the reins so that he could really demonstrate what this whole GoDog Sports live streaming is about. But before I officially welcome him, let me do the right thing and tell you what we're talking about. Live streaming youth sports. And why should we want to do that? Okay, let me tell you a bit about Mike. So Mike grew up playing multiple sports and still plays baseball. I don't know how he's doing that in a pandemic, but okay. He began his career in the music industry, so he's a musically inclined sports guy. What's going on here? He took his creative chops to sales and launched progressive brands and companies. Today, he heads up sales for GoDog GameStream, enabling grandparents and families to stay in touch with their youth athletes by watching their games live and helping leagues and schools play safe during COVID. And we're going to be featuring his website a little bit later, or probably we might do it up front because I really want to see how this thing works. So, welcome, Mike, to Between the Lines.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me. Really happy to be here.
Yeah. So, why live streaming youth sports? Why?
Well, I think when you look at live streaming, I mean, especially in the youth sports world, I've got two children. My whole life seems to revolve around finding parking and standing in the dirt. And, I've found myself really that's all I want to do these days. So think back about 3 years ago before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Me and a few guys that started GoDog, we all had kids similar ages on the same team. We were traveling around. I was traveling for work, and we just wanted something that could keep us a part of the action. So whether it's, my mother who lives in Florida, she's been able to watch my son play for the last 3 years, where, she might have only been able to, make it to one or two games in that time period. So it's really just about connecting everybody, families, and then,
I love that.
experiencing that youth sports journey, which is really exciting time when the kids are that age.
But the kids can't hear me screaming when I'm saying, "Yay, Mike, go! Yay, Mike!" Can they watch it after and hear me screaming?
They absolutely can. So you can live stream it, and then after the games are done, it goes into kind of like an on-demand bucket where even my son will come back if he struck out one of his friends at school. He'll make a little highlight clip and heckle his friends, and just keeps everybody engaged and I think in a fun way.
But here's the thing that just came to me. You're talking grandparents and older people, and I mean, we know the younger folks may be able to navigate technology. How does your platform allow the older folks to navigate? Some of them are still not,
Sure.
tech savvy.
We have a 24-hour support team that is basically on call to help people through, and I would say most of our calls are assisting grandparents on how to log in.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make the platform really easy, so anybody from like a 10-year-old up to grandparents, it's really not a complicated platform. So everything's kind of broken into buckets where it makes it relatively easy to just log in and immediately watch the game.
All right, and I need to be dressed. No, if I were to be naked, I mean, people are doing the half naked thing nowadays with Zoom.
I know. I mean, I might not be wearing pants, but no, nobody can see you. So basically, if you were to log in, as you said, you would basically be able to view the game, but nobody could see you. You're just kind of
wonderful. So I could be coming out of the shower, or brushing my teeth, and I can be watching the game, and nobody would know. Okay.
Nope. I think I've probably done that myself, so no problem.
I am in the Caribbean, as you know. You're in the US. Let's say that there are sports happening because we are heavily into sports here. Cricket is happening, and I think they're streaming cricket. I don't know, but I guess they're using some sort of platform. But yours is getting more towards youth, which is really school age oriented younger folks. What age group are you catering to, by the way?
So I guess when I say youth sports, it really is anywhere from like that 7 and 8-year-old up to probably high school.
Okay.
I think most people are more focused on, the seniors in high school and the college and trying to get
Mm-hmm.
recruited and
Yeah.
analytics and this and that. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
found there was a huge gap in the market where
Yeah.
it's actually a much bigger industry, that youth sports area. So, people are
Yes, it
spending
is.
tons of money. People are convinced their kids are going to be pro athletes and they put all their
Yes.
energy into that. So we thought that was a much better segment to focus on, given that, more people are involved. Like I travel with a baseball team quite often. So
Mm-hmm.
every weekend we're playing tournaments. We were in Las Vegas recently. We'll be in Arizona soon. The team's really great, but what you find is that the 8-year-olds to like the 12-year-olds, the stands are packed. Parents, grandparents, everybody's got a cooler and an umbrella. And then the older ages, I think either the parents are exhausted or there's not as many players at that point. So
Mm-hmm.
there's only
Mm-hmm.
maybe one parent per athlete at that age. So definitely
Okay.
think that it's a more exciting time, and it's not always about your kid who's like super great who can hit home runs. A lot of
Of
times it's
course.
about watching somebody get their very first hit and just
Of
being excited.
course. Of course. Now, you mentioned something very important about focusing on the youths because I lived in Jamaica for 21 years. And Jamaica, as you may know, is very strong when it comes to athletics. If you didn't know, you should know about Usain Bolt and Shelley
Oh,
and
I do.
Fraser and all that.
Of course I do.
Right?
Yep.
All right. If you didn't know, I would have to cut you off my show. But
Don't you worry.
but what happens is that a lot of these, what do they call scouters, come
Yep.
to Jamaica from a very early age because Jamaica starts preparing their athletes from baby stage. They
Yep.
start seeing the potential, and especially if in your family you had your parents were runners, and you go to the primary school, even basic school, what they call like pre-primary age, pre 6 years, they have sporting events from that time, from pre 6 year old, which is
Yep.
the age where we start the primary school level. So they start watching you, they start paying attention, and there's actually sports, serious sports and competition from that age leading up to high school. So they start, the scouters will come to the games and start watching you for a particular time, start talking to the schools, administration, and that kind of thing. So it's
Yep.
very, very important. In Trinidad, I don't think that happens so much. But in Jamaica, I know that as a definite. So paying attention to youth is really because it's like a feeder. You're taking
Yeah,
it from
exactly. It's
from
a
the
it's
early
it's the
stages.
future. I mean, I think it gets extremely competitive too when
Mm-hmm.
people are putting their country on their back and just trying to have the best team, best players.
Mm-hmm.
We experience the same thing. I mean, when you say feeder programs, a lot of the way it's working in the States now is that there's a lot of private club teams. So, you try out, you make the club team, and a lot of times those are connected to high schools. So it's kind of a way to get kids into a better high school so that, more
That's
colleges
right.
can see them. And everybody's
That's
got a
right.
different opinion on how it all works. Honestly, I feel like if you're an athlete and you're rising above and people are noticing you, it doesn't really matter where you're going to school. Sometimes,
Exactly. Yeah.
you'll be
You'll
discovered.
excel. Yeah, you will excel no matter where you go. But you're absolutely right. It's an opportunity for you to decide which school you go to, make a choice, a selection. Because a lot of schools are based on sports and they
Mhm.
give a lot of, what do you call that now? Sports scholarships,
Yep.
for those who have those type of strengths. Thinking about the Caribbean, coming back to that again, because I'm trying to see how what you're doing can fit into where we are, or even in other countries.
Sure.
So let's say there are sporting events here in the Caribbean. How do we use GoDog Sports, that platform, to be able to stream sports from here? So let's say a community is having a sports event,
Mhm.
or they have a series of events planned for the year, or there is some sporting academy, something like that, and they want to be able to do these things. But because of the pandemic, they weren't thinking about it at the time. And now they may be listening to this and they see an opportunity. What what do we need to do systematically or infrastructurally to put things in place from here to be able to stream not only to our people here in Trinidad, but outside in the Caribbean, because that's what live streaming is about,
Sure.
and outward? And what are the costs associated? how can we connect with you to do that? Is there some way you can demonstrate that? I can allow you to share if you wish. Let
Yeah,
me know.
I don't have that pulled up right now, but I'll just kind of jump in and answer those questions. So, obviously, first and foremost, we need some infrastructure. So, connectivity is everything. If you have
Right.
internet, we can generally use a lot of internet
Mm-hmm.
that's already existing at schools or facilities. But we've partnered with companies like T-Mobile and Viasat that we can bring either satellite internet or 5G
Oh.
internet
Mm-hmm.
anywhere where that might be needed. So the way it works, and every facility is a little different. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
you've got a cricket facility and you want to do 3 cameras. There's a cost to each camera, so we do more of a fixed install. So instead of just coming and setting it up for the day and then taking it
Mm-hmm.
down, we basically have the cameras installed. They live there so that any sporting activity that happens, whether it's at the school or the facility, can basically utilize that all year long. And it can be multiple sports, it can be different teams. We can set
Mm-hmm.
up different landing pages for each
Okay.
so that, we can basically stream anywhere you need. The way that we've really prided ourselves on doing this is that, it is about reaching the masses in a sense, but it's also
Mm-hmm.
about keeping it secure. So you've got to understand,
Yes.
they're the youth, right? So not a lot of parents want people, watching their kids if they're not, aware of it. So we've created a platform to where if I sell to Trinidad High School, they can put this in and they can really keep it private, to where they can only invite either the parents, the athletes, the people that
Okay.
are involved in that school, or they
Mm-hmm.
can open it up in a different way. But the fun part is that you can go in, you can make a highlight clip. So if kids are trying to be discovered, they can take clips of stuff that they've done, high quality
Nice.
camera. It's not somebody holding an iPhone on the side, and basically download that and then share that to social media or anywhere they want. So
How is the engagement with that? Is there some way that parents, onlookers can engage? What sort of resources, human resources, you need to be able to manipulate all of this?
yeah, so honestly, what we found is more than 70% of anybody viewing is using an iPhone or a tablet. But
Right.
you can obviously watch on desktop. We can mirror it to TV. A bunch of
Okay.
different ways you can utilize that, but it really just comes down to having some power, some internet,
Mm-hmm.
and then logging in and kind of just watching along and having fun.
Okay. So you're watching, but you're not able to text in or leave comments. Can you do
No,
that?
no, we decided not to do that. We actually toyed with the idea, but as you
Mm-hmm.
know, if you read any posts that go on social media or anything like that, the chat room area can get a little out of control. So we wanted to keep it all positive. We didn't want kids,
Yeah.
making fun of other kids or whatever it may
True.
be.
True.
So
Yeah.
it really is kind of a wholesome endeavor that we're looking to do, and wanted to
Yeah.
keep it all positive at the end of the day. Because again, it's not always about I'm going to be recruited to the major
Yeah.
leagues or whatever.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of it is just kind of being a part of the journey and keeping grandparents involved. And
Bringing the family.
I've been traveling for work. I've been flying over Canada, and I've been able to watch my son play. And
Nice.
it's been a blessing just to be able to do that.
And he knows that dad is watching, and that's important.
Absolutely, and it's rare that I'm not there. But yeah, there are a few moments. A few
Yeah,
moments.
I know, I know, I know. What's the cost involved in doing this?
Sure. So every facility is going to be a little different. Cameras start around $2,500. It's kind of a one-time cost that includes installation, that includes setting up the platform, the landing pages. We also have a way to more or less create a revenue stream for whoever we're working with. So
Yeah.
there's sponsorship opportunities. So let's say that your high school owned the cameras, they can sell
Yeah.
sponsorship opportunities to help pay for it. We've got
Okay.
partnerships with crowdsource fundraising platforms.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's not always about how much does it cost.
Mm-hmm.
There's a return on investment that we've got a calculator that really produces all of those numbers for you. But generally speaking, within a year or two's time, you'll make 3 times the investment back just by putting this in. So
So here's an idea. Here's an idea that just jumped in my head. So yeah, we're having an event. We're using GoDog Sports, and I invite a bunch of people because you said, we could do it privately. I invite a bunch of people to watch it on my massive screen.
sure.
Could I charge those persons to come into my house or venue and watch it?
So that might be up to you on that part, but I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but anything's possible. I will say that not only do we have it, secured, but we also have the ability to do like a pay-per-view model. So, like you would go on and pay pay-per-view to watch, a boxing match or whatever it may be. We can set that up the same way. So some facilities choose to kind of prepay the service to where they want to give it away because people are already paying registration fees or whatever it may be. Or the other side of it, which we do this with a lot of our tournament facilities, is you can put in the platform, the cameras, everything's set up, and then there is a pay-per-view kind of model where basically you'd pay $10.99 or $19.99 to watch for the day.
I want to charge them $200. What do you mean $10.99? What? You're coming into my house to watch on my big screen and you're eating me out of my house? Hell no.
Well, if you're supplying food and everything else, and I guess
right?
we could set up a package, absolutely.
Exactly.
But I think what you're saying, no one's actually asked to do $200 a view yet. But what I will say is it's completely customizable. So
it's my fee.
Yeah, there are people that are like, oh, we want to, charge people $2. We want to charge $20. And obviously there's costs that we incur on the back end to do that. So we basically work with the facilities to figure out what makes sense and, set a price around that.
If you keep talking, the price just rose. $500. That's exactly what it is.
That's a lot for an hour youth cricket game, huh?
That's right. That's right.
I like it.
You don't want to see people who are passionate about cricket. I'm telling you, they're passionate. Just like Europeans are for football, I'm telling you, they're passionate about cricket here.
I love it. I used to work with some Australian folks, and they're massively, into cricket as well. And I tried to watch. I can't remember what it's called, but I know there's a couple different versions of cricket. I think I'm more, drawn to the 2-hour cricket match. At this point.
That's like the one day. I think I can't remember what they call it, but that's a quick one. It's more intense. Yeah, exactly. It's more intense. But but this is good. I wish if you could demonstrate it though. Is there some way that you can show us what it is like? I know I have your website up and there is a little trailer or video there. Can I use that or are you able to?
Yeah, if you want to use that, go for it.
All right, let's give that a go. Hold on. And you can walk me through that. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so are you seeing that?
Yep, sure am.
Right. So could I show this to give a sort of guide? But this is your site. Let's just go through the site first. So we're at your website. So somebody's interested to run a game like me and charge people $500 to come to my house. Yes. So where do I go first?
So basically, if you go to like request a demo, or if you go to the show me big button at the top, it basically gives you a drop down menu. There's areas all over that basically you can schedule a demo. So you can basically go right into my calendar, set up a call. This will go right to my calendar. I'll jump on the call, basically do a lot of discovery on those first calls where you're trying to figure out, what sports, how many players are going to be involved, how many games throughout the season and all that kind of stuff. But that's where you would go. So basically go up, set it up. And then also there's a learn more button that'll go right to my email as well.
All right. And from here, so after I have that call with you, what would be my next step?
Next steps, we, obviously I'll show you a demo. I'll show you how everything works, kind of give you an idea of what kind of money you would be making on the back end if you did this.
Nice.
And then from there, we, come to a plan, and then basically we'll have our operations team come on. They do a complete, professional install where they kind of understand where's the power coming at this facility, where are the internet drops, where do we need
Hold
to
on. Hold on. The video started to play. The video started to play.
Yeah, so just some sample clips of some things that we've got.
Hold on, don't talk. It's too loud. It's too loud. Woo. Let me pick that up. Let's see. Oh. Okay, it's buffering there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let me make sure that doesn't play again. Does it play again? No. Did I just click
Not
that?
sure.
Awesome. Right. That was loud. Ha! That
Yeah,
was loud.
sorry about that.
That's all
I
right.
do
That's what
have,
sports is about.
that's true. I do have, if I can share, I will
Yeah.
I'll
Let
share
me
this
let me
video.
stop sharing there 1 second. Stop screen. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Are you able to share? Are you seeing the share button?
yeah, I'm seeing. I'm just trying to.
You have to open a new window, put it in, and all right. I'm going to add it to the stream. No, that's us.
Oh,
You have to
there's
open a new
one.
window.
I have it open.
Not a new tab, not a new tab, a new window. So you go to
Window.
the three dots, go to new window. Yeah. If you open a new tab, it's going to have that sort of depth sort of look. So you have to open a new window.
Okay. I think I
As soon
figured
as
it
you
out.
get that, yeah. As soon as you get that, I'll be able to add it to the stream here.
There you go.
Yep, let's see what's happening here now. Beautiful. There you go.
All right. So I will play kind of a sample of some stuff we can do.
Mm-hmm. Is it saying click to exit full screen? What was that? What's happening there? It's kind of paused. Ooh, not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything.
I'm seeing right.
I just watched it on my side.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I just moved you out, but you're still there. Don't worry. So do what you're doing.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm not sure why it played on my side.
It's playing on your side. Why it doesn't like me?
Can you see that?
I'm hearing. Yes, I'm seeing it now. Beautiful.
Okay.
Woo! That was loud. Woo! Run, run! That's first base.
That's just a little.
I'm a loud parent. I'm telling you, I'm the loudest parent when it
Are
comes to
you?
these
Good.
things.
I like
It's a
that.
good thing. It's a good thing that you can't hear me when it's streaming because
I am Brian
nobody
Carnevale, unfielded league board member.
nobody is going to be. I'm
Sports
still
for
hearing it playing. I'm still hearing it playing. You have
great
to mute
experience
it.
for player.
Sorry, that was a fun little testimonial. So we've got a bunch of testimonial videos as well. All of this
Yeah, you
stuff
want
is
to
on
share it?
the website.
You want to share it?
Sure.
Share it. We have a few more minutes left. Come on, don't hold back.
No, normally these podcasts they're not asking me to share anything. So
I am not the podcast as everyone else.
oh, I
Okay.
realize that. I know that. Okay, can you see this, Brian?
Oh, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna bring it in the stream. Yeah, I'm seeing him.
Okay. I will press play. I won't go full screen just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full screen here.
I
Yeah.
am Brian Carnevale, a Penfielded league board member. We partnered with GoDog Sports for our 2021 season, and it was a great experience for our players, their families, our coaches, and community. We used GoDog to stream games on 3 of our fields. For our players and their families, it meant more people can watch games, whether it's grandma and grandpa out of town or mom and dad traveling, or even parents that have multiple games that they're trying to watch at once. The service is also great for capturing highlights that people would share on social media and send to friends and family. For our league, it meant a new revenue stream, as we were able to feature sponsors in pre-streaming video roles, on the score bug, and in various other parts of the streaming site. For our sponsors, it meant a new way to reach a captive local audience. We hosted various district and state championships at different age levels, and we were able to stream those games as well to a largely out-of-town audience. In the future, we're hoping to expand our relationship to feature cameras on even more fields. I strongly encourage you to check out GoDog Sports for your Little League or other youth sports organization.
Ah.
Just keep it rolling if you want.
Of course, keep it going, keep it going. Let me bring it back. Hold on.
My name is Doug Green. I teach broadcast journalism at Carlsbad High School in Carlsbad, California. And the GoDog Sports cameras are going to be a game changer for us, because now we can provide live stream access to virtually any sport. If you can play it in a stadium or play it in a gym, we will have those sports covered this next year. The athletic director was on board from day one. She saw tremendous potential in offering all of our athletic activities to our community, and was very supportive. The coaches are thrilled as well. I think that they can go back and replay a game that we wouldn't traditionally be covering ourselves, is a real benefit to the coaching staff. We are we're offering the live stream for free. We found our model in terms of monetizing this in some way is to find sponsors. And as a family logs in, we run a 15-second ad. As a broadcasting program, I'm bringing additional viewers to my website, and so we use that as a marketing opportunity as well to promote our show and to promote the work of the kids. Down the road, and we do multi-camera live streams, but we would like to take this new technology and add to it. We've talked about some sort of crowdsourcing scoreboard initiative. That would be really cool. I'd like to see a Twitter feed running aside the live stream so that fans and parents can be interacting with each other. And as time goes, we'll add graphics and lower thirds, and I think the sky's the limit.
Yes, you can pause now for a second. I like how he said that about the Twitter feed, because remember I asked about engagement, Mike. You know, it's important to have that sort of energy coming through, while you may not want persons to have anything negative to say. I mean, people know it, have people who are just born to be negative, and we ignore them. Okay, we don't have time for that, right? So, but it's good energy coming through. And I like how he mentioned about, what did he say? The Twitter, and there was something else he said after about the whole expanse. Oh, the lower thirds, like, oh, we have the lower thirds here. Love that, to be able to feature a person's comment, and that way it would be able to showcase the positivity, or even, I mean, little negativity to improve certain things. You can put little comments. I love that. You know, when did you start GoDog Sports? When did this materialize?
About 3 years ago.
Okay, just before the pandemic.
Before the pandemic, you know, it was really exciting because, you know, we just wanted to offer something fun, you know, for the kids and for the leagues around here. And then obviously the pandemic, I think, thrust basically live streaming into the forefront. So everybody's been talking about it. And how do you stay connected? I think we all live on Zoom for work these days and all these things. So, you know, sometimes it's not very personal, but sometimes it is. And at the end of the day, you know, at least we get to communicate with each other. And
that's it. We have to make do with what we have, make the best of the situation. This is awesome. And to those who are not allowing you to share your stuff like this, it's so sad. Sorry about them. That's what makes Between the Lines the best podcast show on the planet. Okay, we are different. So, Mike, it's been great to have you. One more question before I go. Why GoDog Sports? Why didn't you call it like live stream sports or live youth sports? What it is with GoDog?
Great question. There's a bunch of different, you know, I guess there's a bunch of rumors out there on where it came from, but ultimately Seth, who's our founder and CEO, his son was on a team called the Diamond Dogs.
Okay.
So he said for the last like few years, he just heard everybody in the stands saying, "Go Dog, go Dog." Go Dog. Yeah, wanted to make something catchy, something that was memorable. You there's a lot of people trying to get into the space right now, and we just wanted to set ourselves apart in a fun way, focusing on youth, and then obviously being a customizable platform to where everything we've discussed over this podcast, it really is up to the client. So not a one-stop shop. We can deliver whatever you need.
And I'm glad you said that. And I know it was one last question I had before, but this is really the last question.
Okay.
If it isn't sports, would you be willing to live stream? So let's say persons don't have a sports thing, because you said you'll be able to deliver whatever you need. Would you be able to help? So let's say I wanted to do a show that can be live streamed, put out on YouTube and other platforms, and it can be a consistent show where I have that sort of engagement. Could I do that with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the time it's more facility based, but I have talked to schools that have, performing arts, programs that are very interested in streaming those. I've talked to some churches, really is no limit. Like I said, it's customizable. I mean, we started it in youth sports. We've got a lot of interest around baseball, but we obviously don't want to be stuck there. I think there's, cricket, there's swimming, there's tennis, there's, churches. There's a lot of things that we can produce, and I think the ultimate goal is just to provide content for people that are looking for it. So, where there's a will, there's a way, and if there's connection with whoever it may be, we can create that, and the platform can be adjusted however it needs to be.
I know it was the last question, but I'm going to ask you another question, and then we're done. I promise. I'm so excited about this. What makes you different? You did say that there is competition and there are people who offer live streaming stuff. Yep. You can set up cameras, you have OBS, you have all different sorts of things that can live stream, right? What makes you distinctively different that person should come to you?
Sure. I would say high touch service first and foremost. A lot of the companies that we're up against are just selling cameras. Maybe they're just a camera manufacturer. So they'll ship you some cameras, say good luck, and then everybody's got to go into this
good luck.
Yeah, right. Giant website to try to figure it out, like you said earlier. So
not me.
We customize it to to Corine. We cumize it to Trinidad, high school, whoever it may be.
Not me. I just want to charge $500.
You do. I know you do.
I just want to do that. Sit back and collect the money. So I create the environment.
Yeah, we handhold throughout the whole process. So, from the beginning to the sales calls, to scoping out the facility, to sending out, professional installers. Okay. And then we've got, customer support and everything on the back end. So a lot of the companies don't do that, which is good for us because, we're here to help and assist throughout. So it's not just sales done, goodbye. We're here, ongoing, and we'll be here for the length of the journey.
And do you know, Mike, that simple thing, and I call it simple because it's supposed to be the first and foremost and the most important aspect of business, and building relationship, that touch point, that customer service is something that people forget.
Sure.
They're just concerned about the money. I mean, I want my money too, but I want to make sure that the people leave satisfied, that they have a great experience, that I don't have to market. I don't have to spend money on marketing dollars. Their word of mouth is enough. Just like how you have those testimonials, the word of mouth is enough.
Absolutely. Yeah? And I think it's all about quality. We pride ourselves on delivering, the highest quality at the most affordable price type of thing, where there's other competitors that are 3 times as much as us, still hear negative feedback. It just depends. So I think we fit into a really good spot in the marketplace, which is high quality, not, crazy expensive, and, delivering the service, like you said.
Awesome. It's been great having you. You can tell I was excited. I'm the loudest parent on the field. So it's a good thing you don't have me on the field. Stay home and watch the game.
Sounds good. Well, happy to come back anytime. I really appreciate it. And
you just tell me. You have everything on me now. You just tell me. Bring a few of the guys who's playing the sports. Make sure that they look good. I'm catering to the older guys, but bring them on, and let's get their feeling about it. And the parents and stuff, and we could do this again. You just let me know. But it's great having you on Between the Lines.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And just go to GoDogSports.com to find out more. And then you can email me at mike@GoDogSports.com, and I'll respond right away.
Awesome.